Oh. Hello. My precious. The 6UM. Everybody must have the 6UM. Yes. It's so shiny. It's so... Shoot, that's 300 PRC. No, I can't. It's so good. 3250. But master, you must. No. You're not the hunter. You are just a fud. Not listening. Not listening. This is Creedmoor. No. Everybody must have the 6UM. Yes.
Speaking of 6UMs, Unknown Munition has lots and lots of 6UM brass. If you need some.
Dies,
the whole gamut.
reamers, headspace gauges.
There's no waiting anymore. You can
And
just
there may
buy it.
be a new bullet
There
coming
may
to
be.
market very soon that the 6UM will love.
Is
So
there?
how much can we share on that?
Can't say what it is yet. We just know it's going to be between 115 and 120.
Oh, so we talk about the size. What about the general construction?
It's a match-ish bullet.
Ish. Does it have a polymer tip?
Yes.
Perfect. Polymer tip, 117 to 118 grain bullet from a reputable, well-known supplier.
Yes.
Soon to be coming to life.
Well,
Very soon.
Well-known bullet.
The question I got on that was what twist rate?
Said 1 and 8. Well, preliminaries. I don't know how many they've actually shot, but they think a 1 and 8 will do it. A 1 and 7.5 would be better.
Everything we're ordering for 6 mil
Seven's
right
too
now
much.
is 7.5.
Seven?
No, 7 will be fine.
7 would be fine.
You're not going to hurt nothing with a 7. But
Well,
anyway, yeah.
The problem with a 7 is you really got to watch when you're like if you're doing a 6UM or a fast barrel. When you start getting age on that barrel, you could pop some 108s. So that's the only thing with the
Overspinning
7.
them.
Mm.
Get a lot of scribing on that throat when it's wearing out. Then you can get some popping.
Yeah.
But yeah, everything you need. If you want to do bulk orders, Jake said he'd give you a little bit of discount. So
Yep.
go to the website, call them.
Well, as long as we have a lot at the moment. When the lot becomes not a lot, there's no more discounts.
Is there a bunch of Smiths doing 6UM chamberings
Yes, definitely. We've sold a lot of reamers.
all over the place?
Even Patriot Valley. So Patriot Valley does prefits,
Mhm.
and they have the 6UM option.
Cool.
Yeah, back east, Precision Arms.
Speaking of prefits, that's probably something to talk about real quick. Anyway, any action you guys have out there, we can basically make you a barrel, but you're gonna have to send your action in. The whole idea of a prefit is that somebody has a spec somewhere that they can cut your tenon threads without having an action present. It's still best to always have your action present, unless it's a standard like a Tika. Tikas are easy, but I'd want to send my action to make sure it headspace properly anyway. And then if you want your barrel marked, it's also best to send your action in because then it can be marked in the right positions rather than just some random spot that might be on the bottom side of the barrel when you fucking torque your barrel on. So that's another reason to have your action present rather than a pre-fit.
Fuck prefits.
Well, pre-fits are fine. Everything is the same, right? Like a shouldered pre-fit is still a shouldered barrel meant to go on an action. It's just the idea is that, I don't have to send my action in. That is the only fucking difference.
You know, you go on forums, you go on social media. Generally, the problems aren't about gunsmith made barrels. They're about fucking prefits.
Yeah.
So there is.
And that's because the action wasn't present. If the action was fucking there, then that gunsmith would make sure it headspaced. And then he can send it back to you as an installed barrel.
Don't you like rent headspace gauges?
Definitely.
Is that over the head of most people putting prefits on?
Generally, a guy will just take a cartridge and stick it in there, a piece of brass, and screw the barrel until it touches the brass and maybe back it off a little bit. Like there's a lot of garage type methods where you don't have the real tool. But what happens is that some brass is shorter than others. Maybe it was fired. Maybe it was this or that. And then the guy goes to buy some factory ammo and it won't chamber because the brass from the manufacturer, the brass was 10 thousandths short on the shoulder.
Well, I wouldn't do it with virgin brass.
Yeah, but then you can't really fire it because then you're going to form it to your own chamber anyway, right? With an unheadspace barrel. You would need a fired piece of brass from a well-headspace rifle to
From
use
a rifle
on your
that you
barrel.
know is good.
Yes, yes. That's generally how guys are doing it, which most of the times ends up okay. But anytime we get somebody coming in here with a pre-fit barrel issue, it's almost always not headspace properly. The barrel itself is not headspace properly. Yeah, so then it takes either's got to try to match those threads and cut a little bit more. You can't add, obviously, but you could cut a little more. But matching threads is very difficult on a manual lathe.
Mm-hmm.
Nearly impossible, and it's not something we usually like to do. It's just a problem. Yeah.
gunsmith.
Anyways, 6UM shit.
Yep. Get it while it's hot because inevitably somebody will PM me.
It's definitely like this though. We're probably going to have 2 runs a year because they run SOMs twice a year, which is when they run our 6UM. So when this is out, being that it just got delivered, you're going to have to wait for another 6 months until the next run happens.
Is there any solid date on the ADG 6UM dies? Somebody asked me that.
Oh, yeah. They actually just asked us if we had 30 reamers that they can use. I believe they're having an issue crushing shoulders and leaving donuts and shit they're trying to figure out.
Okay.
So soon. We do have the wooden die sets here, though.
Ready to go. We have a whole bunch.
We also offer fireformed brass ammo that's already been fireformed. We offer every part of a 6UM so that you don't have to do the work. So it's not like you can't do it just because you didn't have a die set. We just do it for you.
Loaded ammo.
Loaded ammo, even with a 40-degree shoulder. Like, we'll fireform it and then size it and then reload it for you, ready for your rifle.
Yeah, Nick just texted me. He loves fireforming 6UM brass.
We just had a meeting with Nick. Like, we're doing so much now, we have to add a fireforming schedule to Monday so that he can go on his phone and see what needs to be filled.
Every time he's out there doing a big run of 6UM, he sends me a picture of the bird on Instagram, and he says, "I fucking."
It really is your fault.
Doesn't he have somebody like some
He does.
His kids do it.
Yeah, okay.
His kids do it,
and he pays him like a certain amount.
He still complains anyway, though.
Oh, Nick loves. I love Nick. He's an absolute golden human.
So we just had a meeting because we're trying to improve the customer service experience during the load development process, because it's always Nick has the info and sometimes Blaine has the info and sometimes they don't share. So we're kind of like trying to implement Monday. I'm like, Nick, I will buy you an iPad to run Monday and leave your notes. I said, look, you could carry the iPad out, take a picture of the target, and then add it to the Monday right there and attach it so that Blaine doesn't have to have text to computer and all this shit. And he hates computers.
Yeah.
He hates the whole electronic part.
He's a smart cat and he just hates technology.
Well, we had a good meeting. Hopefully he follows I don't want to call them rules. That sounds mean.
He'll do whatever you say to the T, whether you like it or not.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, that's how we want it done from now on.
The crux of this podcast is the Reaper. I wanted to name it something else, like Jake just said, but they wouldn't let me.
I said we could do Reaper and then put the E backwards.
You know, it sounds violent, but it's like, it's very novel and it'd get people's attention if it was U.S. unknown suppressors. The Reaper.
Well, let's just we could say that it's been raping some other cans.
Yeah, everybody's gonna say we're biased and this and that and other, but here's the deal: we just shot it next to an AB 8 stack, one of my favorite cans. It's got about 15,000 rounds on it, and the Reaper was quieter than the AB
on that rifle.
In those conditions, but it was right next to it.
It's an AB Raptor 8, right? That's in our list.
Yep, AB Raptor 8 stack.
That goes for so we had Owen, who is meticulous with his data collection. He went through and made us a spreadsheet, and the information in the spreadsheet only came from either the manufacturer's website or the Thunder Bee Sound Summit. Those are the only two sources of information that have been collected here.
And what was the level?
We don't have. Let me see.
I think it's 128 is what it has on.
Yes, AB Raptor 8 is 128. It is 8.05 ounces, 6.3 inches in length, 1.625 in diameter.
And this one out there, how much was it on this day with this atmospherics? It was
I got numbers.
20-inch 6 Creed.
Was that the third one we fired?
Yep. 20-inch 6 Creed.
128.
No.
We missed one of the numbers on the AB Raptor 8.
We
correct?
shot it last.
They shot that last.
Yeah.
The Reaper was last.
Yeah.
Yep.
So the AB Raptor 8 was 128, 131, 132. We did fire 4 times, but we missed one.
They're really, these numbers are very BS.
Yeah. This is just holding, it's one of the best sound meters on the market, but holding the sound meter to the shooter's ear.
Right next to a fence, shooting a berm right in front of you.
Yeah. But if we say these numbers off the phone, those are all just comparative. Those are not real numbers to go off of. It's just compared to the other numbers.
General ideas. What was the Reaper?
The Reaper was 130, 130, 131.
6-inch or 20-inch 6 Creed.
20-inch 6.5, 6 Creed.
6 Creed. 20-inch.
Okay.
With SIG 100 grain, pretty snorty.
6 Creed is loud.
6 Creed is very fucking loud, louder than a 308 and 20-inch.
I would just say already. So we're already talking about the launch of the Reaper, and all we do is start getting into numbers and shit. I just want to say, when we just went and shot him, the Reaper sounds phenomenal. It almost doesn't have that crack. Like Jess goes out there and I say, "You hear the crack on that one?" Mm-hmm. Yeah, I hear that because we shot Reflex first.
Mm-hmm.
It has a crack, but it wasn't as bad as the one before.
I have a hard time taking anything away from that just because of how I've done testing so much. And having a car parked next to the microphone fucks everything up.
Yeah. But after everything that we just discussed, the consumers are basing this off of sound and how it sounds.
Yeah.
So if we're out there and we are collectively hearing a sound from a suppressor, then we can give an opinion on that.
Yep.
Yeah, we're not talking numbers. We're talking about how it sounds.
Well, and the numbers matter when you're comparing it to another existing can that has a lot of street cred.
Correct.
Which is the AB, the
Yeah.
8 stack. But I guess we got to start at the beginning. You know, my favorite can still will be the OGs. But why did we come out with the Reaper? Why is the Reaper here?
I guess the reality of it is we have capacity, and it's a can that everybody's familiar with. Essentially, it's got the same features that any can in the same that it's competing with has.
Right. I mean, if we're going to say competing, it competes directly with the scythe.
Yeah, I mean the Scythe, the AB, the Nomad, the Hydrogen, they're all kind of the same.
Out of all those that are on this list, though, which one is completely printed in titanium?
None of them are really.
XC would be the only one that I think's on that list.
Okay, so then the reality is, as a completely printed titanium can in one piece, that has one competitor.
Well, it's not one. It's 3 pieces.
Yeah, but I'm just talking the entirety of the can itself.
It's not welded. It's not traditionally
The can is not
manufactured.
welded.
Yeah.
But it only stands against one other one in the list.
Yep.
That is printed in one piece.
Oh, yes, we have the Hyperion K on that list too, don't we? That'd be the other one.
How long is that?
Yes, it is on this list.
I think
It is. I got it all. I got all the data. It's 6.4 inches long, 1.75 in diameter.
Same idea.
So basically, his requirements for this list was under 7 inches and under 10 ounces.
The XC's 6 3/4 or something like that.
6.35 long.
Really?
TIXC 6.35, 1.76 diameter.
Yeah, it was all right in there in the same.
Yeah. Well, that was kind of the idea, right? So this, just so you guys know, this spreadsheet, we were going to do a video and all kinds of stuff, but in reality, the spreadsheet is just data collected from their website or only from the Thunder Beast Sound Summit. And we really just approached that because what is the consumer comparing the Reaper to when they're shopping for the best can for their rifle?
Mm-hmm.
So obviously hunters care about a lightweight can. They don't want to add a bunch of length to their rifle. I think there's something to do with the aesthetic also. Like, I mean, people like things to look good. And I just say that because there's a can we just shot that looks like a big coil spring.
Looks like a dildo. Let's be honest.
It looks like a ribbed for her pleasure option, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so I think aesthetics has something to do with it, but length, what do you guys think for priority with length, weight, and sound? What do you think is most important to the hunter?
I used to think with the OG because it's the biggest question we're going to get is we just touted this OG as the be all end all. At least I did. And why are you switching gears to this 6-inch muzzle forward can? And it's simply because that classification is already a known commodity.
Yeah.
The can that this competes directly against, no matter what anybody says, has a problem staying together. It just does. And people know exactly when you tell them the numbers, the specs, and the DBs, and you look at it across the board against everybody else, it's as good as or better, and in a market that everybody already knows.
Yeah.
So to me, that's why the Reaper's here.
It's a can that requires no explanation.
Yeah.
But what's more important?
Oh, okay. Getting back
length,
to
weight, or sound?
Me, it's once it's hearing safe, I'm all about length.
Okay. Well, I mean, we're coming from short barrel rifles now. Everything's been shrinking up and getting tighter and smaller.
What's the point to have a 20-inch barrel and put a 7 or 8, 9-inch can on it?
Yeah.
That's stupid to me.
Well, I think that what the OG does, the tone of it, and then kind of the downrange report is the reason I use the OG for hunting. If I'm just gonna go shooting at steel, I'll probably use a Reaper because it's nicer.
Like competition size.
Yeah.
Well, it's quieter.
Yeah. Like that's other than the NHS, like that's what I'll have on my rifles if I'm just going to the range.
Yep. I don't know if you said it or who said it, but it's like if there wasn't an OG, the Reaper would be the can we'd all use.
Yeah.
But for right now, if I'm going hunting, I'll take the 4 inches in front of the muzzle. If I'm going horseback, 4-wheeler, just getting shit in and out of the truck, put it in the scabbard, it's going to be the OG. But it goes back to the learning curve of the OG. I don't think it's quite there yet. It might be a few years out. To right now, if we say, here's the Reaper specs, everybody's like, oh, those are badass specs. They know, again, they're going to compare it right to a Scythe or right to the 6.5 inch cans that are out there. And it's going to be top of the field of those cans. So that, to my mind, that's the reason to bring a Reaper out is let's not fucking bullshit anybody. This is a company that's in business to make money. So you need to make a can that people can buy right now and know exactly what it is. And that, to me, is why the Reaper's here.
Well, and it gets the Unknown Suppressor's name out there to a lot more people. And then looking at the website, you'll see the OG.
Yes.
Enhance your shooting experience with Stocky Stocks. Are you tired of struggling with mediocre rifle stocks that hinder your performance? Imagine having a high-quality rifle stock that not only enhances your accuracy, but also provides superior strength and a lightweight build. Stocky Stocks offers a wide range of premium rifle stocks manufactured with hand-layup carbon fiber construction, a patented carbon fiber AccuBlock, and multiple finish options. Whether you're a long-range shooter or a hunting enthusiast, our stocks are perfect for you. Experience unmatched precision and durability with Stocky Stocks. We provide stock installation instructions, technical support, and guidance to help you choose the right stock for your rifle. Upgrade your shooting game today with Stocky Stocks.
Before I forget, I'll say that it's in the, we visited with a new dealer of ours right there in Eastern Washington. He's having a Suppressor Fest tomorrow. So if you guys wanted to shoot something and hear what the Reaper sounds like or the OG, he'll have both of those on deck for his Suppressor Fest. That is Sharp Shooting Indoors. Is that his whole name?
Something like
in Spokane. Sharpshooters Indoors Suppressor Fest. You'll hear this on Friday, so it'll be Saturday the 16th.
That's a cool name. Suppressor Fest.
Suppressor Fest, yeah. So he has an indoor shooting range. You guys get to walk into a room and literally shoot suppressors. Then he's giving deals.
I think it's pretty much all 300 blackout.
Yeah, for the 30 cal stuff. Yes. But yeah, if you want to hear it, he'll have one on deck.
Let's go over the specs real quick for the peeps on the Reaper because we haven't touched on that at all.
It's going to be $9.99 retail, but $8.99 for the rest of the year due to our kind of tax step credit that we're giving guys. So $8.99 when it opens tomorrow, Friday, for sales. We will also hold it for you until January 1st to save another $200 if you want to. It is 127 dBA.
It's coming out tomorrow?
It's coming out tomorrow. This is coming out tomorrow.
Podcast.
Yes.
So today.
Today when it just went on sale. Yeah. So $9.99. Yeah.
$8.15. It'll be on sale.
Today. So if you haven't got one yet today, obviously the earlier you buy, the quicker you get one.
Yep.
We will have quite a few that, are only going to take about 2 weeks to ship, something like about 100 of them. But we do print many of these every day. So you won't have to wait long for the can regardless. It's 127 dBA. What is the dBA again?
A weighting is as opposed to B or C weighting.
What is A weighting?
A weighting is kind of the closest to human ear perceived.
Okay, so this is like a G1, G7 type of bullet standard.
It's the mill standard.
It's a mill standard for hearing.
For A weighting.
For A weighting. So A weighting refers to a mill standard.
The mill standard is nobody follows it anyways. So yeah, I mean A weighting is what most people do is probably the.
I see 3 other cans on our list that listed it as DBA. Everybody else either doesn't list it or it's listed as DB.
A is kind of the closest thing to a standard.
Okay, so we're just getting more refined. Okay. So
well, suppressor testing standards are a serious problem, as we talked about earlier.
Yeah. But I don't want to confuse the consumer and be like, the DBA is not what I should be comparing to a DB that's listed by somebody else.
No, you shouldn't. You shouldn't.
Okay.
They will be different. I can record both of them for you and tell you the difference. Even DBZ, it's different every time.
See, as a consumer, I'm even getting confused now.
That's why you just say the one you want to look at is a DBA.
So what happens when they're comparing it to other cans that are listed as DB forever?
Take it with a grain of salt.
So a DB is not a
That's
real
it.
number.
But you're going to have the same problem comparing it to somebody that used random ammo. That's a bigger problem than what weighting they used.
Yeah.
If they're using M80 ball or if they're using M118 LR like we are in Thunder Beast, it's going to be what were the environmental conditions? You know,
Mhm.
like the A weighting is something that's very easy for us to do, and it's kind of become the standard, and that's why we use it.
Yeah. And 127, I will say, is a comfortable. To me, it's very comfortable number.
Yeah.
Yeah, with a 20-inch 308 using M118 LR.
There you go.
Because we have shot the shit out. Like I'm getting to the point, and I know Cliff is. I'm tired of fucking talking about numbers. But
Yeah.
but a 127, I don't say that as. I think we're very conservative with a 127.
Well, because we got a lot of other data that we didn't even.
Yeah.
It's also
I have it written down, but I will never tell people.
Yeah.
what it did before.
Yeah.
It's also very consistent. So just out of the suppressors we just went and shot, you'll notice one suppressor will jump around,
Oh yeah.
and one tends to be
Mhm.
plus or minus 1 dBA
Mhm.
from the previous shot and not really climb up. It either goes back and forth or tries to stay on an average. That one is very consistent.
Well, what
Yeah.
we do, on the day that we shot 30 rounds through the Reaper and got the average of 127. We shot the Scythe, which was, I think, right on spec with its 128. We shot the Ultra 7,
Yep.
which was right on spec at 128 or 129.
Okay. That day.
All of the cans were on spec that day.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
We went and shot them again. It wasn't when we shot your 6UM.
Yep.
And everything was louder, but the order was still correct.
Yeah.
You still had that. The Reaper was 2 decibels quieter than a Scythe that day.
Mm-hmm.
And then you had the Scythe and the Ultra 7 kind of right on top of each other.
Yeah.
I don't want to say numbers, but
Yes. Well, it's all comparative data without being able to control environmental. So you need to have a standard. So we're using an Ultra 7 Gen 2 as a standard for the day. In other words, if that day the Ultra 7 is 2 decibels louder than normal,
Yep.
everything consistently is 2 decibels louder than what they're supposed to be.
Yep.
Yeah.
So we shoot the Ultra 7 is the one we shoot most.
Yeah.
The Ultra 5 we shoot the Scythe and the DD. Was it Enticer LTI?
STI.
STI.
But the real big problem that we're talking about here is just standards across the industry. So there's a lot of new guys coming on board. Seems every other week there's a new guy printing a suppressor or something else that's coming out, and they're advertising things. And just so you guys know, as a consumer, we started a suppressor company. There are no standards for destructive testing. There are no standards of any kind for standards that the suppressor must meet in order. We just podcasted with a guy that makes dehydrated meals that has more standards than a fucking suppressor does. With NFA controlled tax stamp and serial numbers and all this bullshit with the government, and there's no standards for it, which is incredible.
Yeah.
So it makes it really difficult to do our job properly without having a good way to compare to everybody else. So we do our best. We shoot the ammo that we think is the standard ammo. We have 2 different sensors that measure dBs from 2 different points. And then for those of you that are listening, like a shooter, like if you do a 30 round average for your DB, that's obviously a lot better than 3 rounds. Same idea with your 0 or measuring the size of your shot group for your rifle. Obviously, more data points are better as an average than less. And we are kind of conservative, like you guys said, with the number anyway. We hit a lot lower numbers than that, but we are very conservative.
I mean, we don't when we're doing prototypes.
Yeah.
Shoot really high numbers because we'll have 25 prototypes we need to get through.
Yeah, it's once you get towards the end, you really start fine-tuning it.
Oh, yeah. We had, by the time that we kind of landed on a number with the Reaper, there was probably 60 plus shots all across the microphone that we recorded.
Yeah. How many revisions?
Across 4 or 5 different days.
How many revisions did we do to get to the final there?
Only 16.
So only 16. And
there was 50 for the OGL.
Yeah. So 16 to me is still a lot, because if you put yourself in a machining world, having to retool and create everything that you need to do 16 different revisions on a machined can is a long time project and a lot of money and so on.
And 13 to 16 is night and day.
Yeah.
Difference.
Mm.
All of the evolution basically happened in
At the end.
3 different
Yeah.
models.
So there's a lot of trials and failures.
Learning.
Difficult lessons learned.
Which we're applying to all of the learning to all of our products.
So one thing I think is cool about this can, this is the first can we've done that has a hub thread adapter on the input. And
the first can we've sold with hub.
Yep. And our hub adapter that we come out with, that's basically hub to direct thread, is the most compact, lightest weight one that I can find anywhere on the internet. So it's made out of TI, and it doesn't add any extra length to the actual suppressor itself. It's recessed down in there, and has a spanner wrench tool that comes with the suppressor to unscrew either the hub or the cap side. It does have a 6.5 and a 30 cap. It does have topo printed into the exterior of the can, which happens to be Mount Bora, which is the tallest peak in Idaho, is found on that topographic map on the suppressor, which is pretty badass.
The smallest little.
There's a little dimple, and
it's a little dot.
Yeah. So that's Mount Bora. Made in Idaho. It is completely manufactured under one roof. It's printed, final machined, Cerakoted, packaged, retail, and sold out of the same place here. And we're pretty excited about it.
It's quiet.
It is quiet.
It's very.
Yeah, like you were talking about going to the range. The OG has the sound report and everything else that you want in a hunting scenario. But if you're going to go blast 100 rounds one day, that extra dB savings.
Especially like if I'm going to go to Fernan and shoot inside of that shack, I want it as quiet as possible.
Yeah.
And then some dude shows up with the biggest muzzle brake on the planet.
Mm-hmm.
My teeth get rearranged and then I leave.
Huh.
I'm still going to use the OG.
I think you need both.
Well,
if I'm hunting, it's going to be an OG, no question.
Yeah.
The Reaper's sweet. Just the OG's 4 inches. First time ever, I'm going to say 4 inches pleases everybody, but it does.
Well, if you've never owned a Reflex can and you're a little bit hesitant about diving in there, the Reaper in front of the muzzle can is going to be about as good as it gets.
Yeah, it's a very safe
for a
can for people.
6-inch muzzle forward can.
Yes.
It's awesome.
Oh,
Make that 2 inches longer and it's a different.
Yeah, I mean, of course. And when you guys are comparing to make your purchase on a suppressor, make sure you're comparing weight and length, because if we added 2 or 3 inches to the can and we added 2 or 3 ounces, it would be substantially quieter, because the more baffles you put in there, the quieter it's going to get. So that's why our chart that we built that'll be up on the website is a comparison of everything that's 7 inches and under and 10 ounces and under. That's an equal comparison.
I think to kind of add on to what we talked about for like Integral Hunter or PRS or any of those kind of, that's a perfect can for that.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Because you can screw the SRS brake right onto it.
Yep.
It does have to be timed.
Oh, we didn't even talk about that yet. Yeah.
Yeah. The SRS brake goes right onto it. They're working on a self timer, but like when I'm helping them, and when we talked about it, I said it cannot release until it doesn't come loose.
Yeah.
And they've made a bunch of revisions, and they are all coming loose. So
okay,
we're chasing it down, trying to figure out exactly how to make it stay tight, and then they're going to make that for a bunch of other cans. But
nice.
Yeah.
When will that be available?
We aren't even like, I don't think they're even at a point with a functioning prototype that they can give it to somebody and say, shoot this a bunch and make sure it doesn't come loose. It's still like you can get it cranked down tight and then spin it.
So a ways.
Yeah, maybe. We're one good idea away from having it done.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. And they're so busy with our stuff and all the orders they have coming in right now that it's kind of been put on the side.
Yeah.
Because we have the brake right now that you just use shims the way you would with a CB brake or something. It works good. That's how I use it.
It's going to give options. A lot of utilitarian. You could take it from hunting. You get on a bigger rifle or go into a comp and you want more, recoil reduction. You can slap that on.
Yeah, and we'll have a data soon.
Yeah.
Like actual recoil reduction data on all the cans. We'll put brakes in there.
Yep. Jack Costa, if you're listening.
Yeah.
Jack Costa with Costa Fabrication is building us a custom sled that will measure recoil by the inch with a counterweight.
Yeah, I'm really excited for that.
It's going to be pretty badass. So then we'll finally be able to give you guys real data, because you're asking, well, how much recoil does that actually, control if I put that brake on there? So at the same time, we could tell you that it's, this many foot-pounds better recoil along with an increase in 2 decibels, for example. So we'll have real data on that pretty soon.
Jack Costa?
Jack Costa's his name. He owns Costa Fabrication.
Costa Fab.
Like a
Costa Fab.
character in a in a novel.
Oh, he's a character.
Jack Costa.
Yes, he's a good dude.
Yeah,
Solid
it
guy.
is.
If you guys ever need anything made out of metal for house, he does big stuff mostly. He just kind of does small projects for us. But
He did the signs out front, the shoot the hunt and the unknown.
there you go.
munitions. They're
Yeah, if you guys
sweet
ever see
looking.
our metal signs, yeah, that's kind of a side project for him. That's what I'm saying. He does mostly like big residential,
He's
like
got
staircases and.
I was looking at one of the, like the loose attachments for the cable systems in a gym, like a bar or handles and shit.
Yeah.
He made a rack in my gym. I just noticed the other day. It says Costa Fab on it.
Oh, badass.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Solid dude. If you guys ever need anything, he's up in, is it Rathdrum or is it Athol?
I think it's up in
I don't know what you call
Hayden.
it.
Hayden.
Probably Hayden.
That's Hayden, I think,
Yeah.
right there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
yeah.
is Hayden. You know,
Yeah, so he's building us a sled and,
we'll be able to test all kinds of different.
well, yeah, just muzzle,
Brakes.
our whole pro muzzle brake line
Yeah.
too will be pretty awesome.
Well, the NHS is going to be interesting.
Well, I was just going to bring
I
that
wanna
up.
see
So,
the NHS versus a brake, actually.
so we have a roadmap on our website because from the consumer perspective, we keep dropping models. So if I was watching Unknown Suppressors and really wanted to jump in, I'd be like, well, fuck, what are they going to come out with next? Right? Because we keep releasing these models, like which one is the best one for me and so on. So we do have a roadmap that we did just all update together on the website. So it's fairly recent. But what is coming out next?
I think the NHS is next.
Man, he fucking just shoved right out into the fire.
That's
all
why.
right.
The other thing I would say as you ask me that is the roadmap is our best guess as to what we're going to be doing. There's stuff that happens that is kind of a left turn that we didn't know we were going to take because of something we learned.
Yes.
Well, I think people should think about it this way and put yourself in Cliff's shoes. You have a printer. You can design anything you want.
Yeah.
Do you think after we have a product, he's just going to sit on his thumb and say, I'm not going to try to improve anything?
Yeah.
It makes no sense. And I don't think the consumer, if you could do it and you could print whatever design you wanted, you wouldn't try to improve upon an existing product.
Well,
So it's crazy to think
in
that we
addition to
wouldn't.
that, like I'm an engineer and I'm going to err on the side of caution as much as I can get away with. And we made I don't know how many Reaper prototypes it was before it basically boiled down to that's too heavy and we can't sell it like that. And so I said, okay, we will take all of the weight out of it and then see if we can blow it up. And then it didn't blow up.
Yeah.
And then you don't have to be too crazy to be able to see where that extrapolates to.
Yep.
Basically, we figured out that a smaller wall thickness stood up to the same amount of pressure, which obviously saves weight.
We haven't blown it up yet, which I think we should do.
Yeah.
We should bolt it up to an XC and let it rip.
Yeah. So every can that we release, because of all the iterations, we tend to learn something every time. And like you said, if we don't go backwards and reintroduce some of the learnings on the cans, then we're not doing our job.
Exactly.
Wait. So the NHS. So the NHS is on the roadmap. The NHS stands for not hearing safe.
Mm-hmm.
So if I'm a consumer listening to this podcast right now, I'd be thinking to myself, why the fuck do you make a suppressor that's not hearing safe? So why don't you tell us about that?
This can is something that's been, if I could have made it first, I would have. It's what I want for competitive shooting, right? It's the whole intent of it is to replace a muzzle brake in competitions, and that there's a lot of other uses, right? But the primary focus of it was for guys that have shot 2-day NRL Hunter or PRS matches. It sucks using a muzzle brake for that long, hunt couple hundred rounds. You're just concussed, even wearing double ears.
Yeah.
So bad.
For those of you that haven't shot competitions, because the muzzle brake is shooting all the pressure back onto you again and again and again and again.
Yeah.
It's concussion blast.
And then so your other alternative is a suppressor with a big, long, pushy recoil, right?
Yeah.
And so there's got to be something better than that. So I made it, and then I was just hoping for a suppressor that had good recoil reduction, but it ended up being, I don't think there's anything else like it recoil wise.
No. It has a printed in muzzle brake on the end, which is kind of the last thing that we've been tuning with Corson Piper. So we've been tuning the recoil control as well as the muzzle rise control.
Yep.
Has a taper lock system on the barrel side to time that side port brake, which is, I think, one of a kind also. So both the printed in brake and the taper lock at the muzzle side, I think, are both one of a kind.
Yep.
It's 5 inches long.
It's 5 and change. I think it's 5 1/4.
5 1/4, 1.8 in diameter.
I haven't been paying that much attention to how much it weighs or how long it is because we're not done with it.
Yeah. Some of the comments have been from competition shooters that the recoil, the feel of the recoil is more similar to a muzzle brake than a suppressor. Generally.
It's neither.
It's neither, somewhere in between.
Yeah.
Yeah. But the idea is that it moves all of there is zero concussion according to Piper. Zero concussion to the shooter. Obviously, it's quieter. It's just not hearing safe. So you don't have to have double muffs. You can get away with just plugs.
Yeah, we had one out one day when we were doing testing. I think it was 140, 141, something like that.
So borderline hearing safe.
Yeah, depending on the cartridge. I don't even remember what cartridge that was. 6.5 Creedmoor, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, for you 6 Dasher folks and 6 Creed, it might be all right.
Another note on the
Never know.
printed brake. Looking at them, I didn't think they'd be much, but we took the 33XC outside. We took SRS's 90-degree brake. They're coming out 2-ported 90, and we shot that on the 33XC, and then we shot a 338 that had an integrated brake on it. It cut it in half compared to that 90-degree.
Yeah.
With like three or four on each side ports. How many?
Oh, those ports are so old.
Yeah, those are the old design, but it was half. Like, it made it bearable to shoot. I could not fucking shoot the other one very much.
Yeah.
Could definitely not in the pro and to break your fucking collarbone. 10.5 pound 300 or 33XC. With the printed brake, it's shootable.
Yeah. I don't think, maybe most shooters don't know, but most of the work is done by that first set of ports and how those are designed. And then, like I said, they're being fine-tuned. And it's funny how we talk about what's old fucking, like old engineering. Yeah. We're like fucking, what we learned 4 weeks ago is now old news.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's exciting stuff.
So
Well, I think what's interesting about the NHS is the only thing we've really had to work on was the brake.
Yeah, right out of the gate.
I think that you'd be doing a disservice to its purpose if you tried to make it quieter because it's just going to affect the recoil. There's a kind of a connection between, I don't want to say how loud it is, but really how loud it is and how well it works at reducing recoil.
I guess the only thing you could do is probably lighten it up a bit. Wall thickness.
It's not really the purpose of it.
Not for competition for sure, but for the hunter that might want it. Yeah.
It's a niche of it.
It's already light, though. We talked about 10 ounces.
It's like 10 ounces, I think.
10 ounces, yeah.
What diameter you say it was?
1/8.
I say that, yeah, I could make it lighter, but I don't think it's going to be, I went back and tried to make it lighter and it's already
light?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, for those of you watching on the YouTube there, he's got one in his hand, Cliff.
It's amazing how those little integrated brake ports are.
It's the original one, I think.
How much gas they dump.
It's bad. I mean, the whole idea of not having to screw a brake on, having it printed in, that's just badass anyway, because you're not adding extra weight. You can design the ports however you want to. It's awesome.
With limitations. I mean, I wish that I could do that without the lines in the middle of it.
Yeah.
But because I'm printing it, I can't. At least I saw a way that I could, but I look at it and I go, I think I can print that.
Yeah.
Well, I already know I can print this. I'm already doing it. I've done it a bunch.
Yeah.
Every time I look at that now, it's the jackass that say, I have a patent on that end cap. And it's like, there's no fucking end cap.
That was funny.
We do have this patented, though.
We do. Yes.
Printed in muzzle brake.
Yes.
If we want to talk about, we're throwing out a lot of specs, and it reminds me of the crazy hot matrix.
Yes.
If it's too good to be true, it's a fucking dude.
Or fuck around and find out.
Yeah.
The more you fuck around, the more you find out.
And it's like, if it's too good to be true, it's a fucking dude. Well, there's lots of people that are spinning up suppressor companies.
Yeah.
If it sounds too good to be true, you may not want to be the first.
There are some numbers people are throwing around that some of them are not even possible with physics, but otherwise it's if you've done it, even just us with a few months of prototypes, we know that it's not possible.
Well, it goes back to
I'm not going to say it's not possible. It's just then where we got to with the Reaper, I was ways past where I was going to be comfortable saying,
yeah, that it was good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was a small, stupid change that I made.
It was just by chance.
Well, honestly, it was me trying something and saying this isn't going to work and I'll prove it to you. And then it worked better than I thought that it was going to be possible. And yeah. And here we are.
That's why we're going to try the 6.5.
Well, yeah.
That's right.
It's already made. It just needs to be machined.
Yeah.
This goes back to, like, I sold a lot of people on the Ultra 5. I sold not a lot of
Yeah,
people,
me too, fucker.
Yeah. See?
Yeah.
And it's like the Radiant, or is it the rugged Alaskan 360, the TI one?
Uh-huh.
It has unrealistic specs too, and it's like $1,800. And
What?
I didn't own one, but I got one and shot one. And
Yeah.
let the other people buy it first.
Yeah.
Let the market settle out where it really is.
Let somebody actually weigh it.
Yeah.
Let somebody actually compare it to other cans. And so, because we're telling you there is no standard.
Yes.
I mean, technically, you shouldn't even trust us, to be honest with you. So,
No.
I mean,
No.
but we're doing the best that we can, and we tend to
Honestly,
trying to be
if
honest,
you tried to replicate the, like, if you take OG with OG specs and try to replicate it, like half the time you're going to get 2 decibels quieter than what we said, and the other half it's going to be, or 25% of the time it'll be what we said, and then 25% of the time it'll be louder.
yeah.
We said the number we said on the OG because it's like it's at least that
Yeah.
on 90% of the days.
I picture Brian Litz when he did like those 100 3-shot groups or whatever out of the same rifle. So you can tell me your rifle's a 1/4-inch rifle until I shoot 100 3-shot groups with it and then average everything out.
Yes.
Same idea.
It
So
is.
how your rifle performed or you performed that day,
Unless it's a dasher.
maybe.
Yeah. And we all want to be, U.S. Suppressors, and they asked me for them to help out. We want to be on the conservative side. And I can tell you, 134 on the OG 30, 133, sorry, and then 127 on this, to me,
Conservative.
I have no qualms about that whatsoever.
Yeah.
At all.
It's easier to be on the conservative side than fighting for your numbers.
It is, because people aren't dumb. They're going to get them and find out real
Mhm.
quick. There's a lot of cans
Let's
out
shoot
there.
it next to a science. Do it.
Yep. So there's no doubt that the fucking Reaper's quiet can.
Do we have any
shoot it next to the AB8?
I still keep getting asked about this Pew Science guy. Are we going to send like a Reaper to the Pew Science guy?
Say that again.
The Pew Science guy. Are we going to send a Reaper for analysis?
If that happens, it won't because I did it. It won't be because I did it.
Oh, so I have to do it? That's what you're saying?
I don't care to do it.
Yeah.
I think if you were going to send one, I would send an OG because it's unlike any other can out there he's ever tested.
Yeah. Well, then he won't know how to score it at that point.
It'd be interesting how it worked.
The worst suppressor he's ever tested.
Or the best. You never know.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Brent Jarbo, CEO of ADG. For the past decade, we've been dedicated to crafting the highest quality, 100% American-made rifle brass to meet all your hunting and long-range shooting needs. This year, we're excited to introduce our new 6.8 Western and 270 WSM cases. With over 250 years of combined industry experience, we're committed to excellence. Look for our distinct orange boxes wherever you buy your reloading supplies. Whenever you need quality rifle cartridge cases, choose ADG Premium Rifle Brass, where precision meets performance.
Is there anything we missed? Oh, we also have the Rockstock lights. They're moving forward.
Yeah, we just printed the first one. I guess something back on Suppressor real quick. We did just interview the CEO of Silencer Shop, which he had a lot of good things to say, little good tidbits of information. So you might, listen to that alongside this one.
Mm-hmm.
He kind of confirmed some of the stuff we're talking about as far as reference numbers and standards and things like that. He had some really good stuff to say, but definitely worth a listen.
What mattered to him and what he said about reflex cans was very interesting.
It was.
I'll definitely give it a listen.
Yes.
Yeah.
But yeah, Rockstock lights were probably still towards the end of the year for retail, but we did just print the first one to compare to the original wood one. And as soon as we say go, we'll still be about 8 to 10 weeks from production.
Yes. We've printed but 2 now for him. He's got to look at one. If we're good. Probably be 8 weeks out, 10 weeks out.
10 weeks from the go. I have a feeling we're going to have to print one more.
Yeah. So it may actually be.
You need to print another one?
Well, so if we ask for changes, we want to see the changes on a plastic before we decide to go to, expensive ass molds.
Yeah. Yeah. The goal's still for 20, 21 ounces, somewhere right in there.
Yep.
I do have one more question on suppressors so you've just built the 6XC, and what are you hunting with
What am I hunting with?
this year?
I think for one of my hunts, I'm going to take my 300 PRC because I've shot that rifle a lot. I love it.
What suppressor is going to be on it?
I'm torn on what suppressor is going to be on it. The carbon spooked me a little bit on Jake's 300 rum.
Oh, yeah.
Honestly,
That's because you shot fucking 40 rounds through a 20-inch 300 rum in a row.
yeah, dude, but it doesn't take very much to get that hot under a can.
When you go out and hunt, if you got to shoot more than a couple rounds at the elk.
No, I have to sight in. It's gonna be 40
gun to your head. What are you taking on that 300?
Gun to your head.
on the 300 PRC.
Yeah.
I can make.
Gun to your head just reminded me of couples retreat.
I can make.
He's like, what if I put a hypothetical gun to your head? Are we going to make it or not? He said, well, you don't point a gun in your therapist's head, man. You remember that?
Yeah. I didn't remember it till you said it, but yeah.
That was funny shit.
Oh yeah. So gun to your head. What are you taking?
Either a Reaper or some other prototype, probably
Jacoby, you have 3 rifles. Let's go through all 3
with a break on it.
and your 6XE, or say you're going deer hunting with it, or whatever you're going to do with
It
it.
will be an OG type.
OG type. That's the most
Motherfuckers.
question I've ever fucking heard. Okay, Jacoby, you're fucking taking. What's Mason using on a 6UM?
6UM is a Reaper.
Okay.
We shot the OG and the Reaper at the same time on that one, and of course we were undercover and all kinds of stuff, but I let him choose, and he liked the sound of the Reaper better. You know, like I said, the ears are kind of different for each person, right? So if you're the guy, I would say you're the guy shooting your rifle, whatever you like sound the best. Don't worry about everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
So he picked a Reaper. Jess has an OG, and I have an OG. So she has a 6.5 SAUM improved. I have a 6.5/7 PRC improved, and both of those have OGs on them.
We're coming back to you one more time.
Something to say too. So I just
OG type because I'm always making new shit.
Yes, I agree with that.
So I haven't touched that 6.57 PRC since we came back from Africa. I pulled off the suppressor it had on it. I screwed on an OG, and it dead centered the fucking target. I didn't shoot it anymore.
What'd you take off?
I didn't want to say.
No. Who cares?
It was the Diligent Defense Enticer STI. No, it was a great can. But of course, we're making cans, so I got to rep our cans.
But it's a great little can. But it was interesting to me. You took a 6-inch muzzle forward.
Yep.
Put a 4-inch, reflex 4-inch in front.
Did not touch the zero.
Point of impact.
Not to mention, we always talk about drop tests and all this good shit. That rifle fucking went all over in the trucks in Africa and back and forth and flew back over here, and I haven't touched it since that trip and fucking zeroed. I love it. So awesome when you just shoot your rifle and it hits the middle.
Yeah. Don't make sure your wife uses the rifle that shoots the straightest.
That's right. I know it's mine. I'm gonna keep letting her fooling around with hers. Maybe she listen. She don't listen to this, so
if
she keeps fucking around with hers,
but
she's taking mine anyway.
Is her action apart on her desk right now?
No. Oh, so dude, so that I told you guys that suppressor made that load hot. So the fucking injector was stuck back in the bolt face. So we went through some growing pains on that.
You know what the problem is there?
Not
a T-cut.
It is not. It's a good action.
Oh, it's the best Remington on the market.
Yeah. Anyways.
One more time. You said an OG of some sort?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm going to shoot a 30 6UM this year because I got to do a little testing. See what
is that this?
It's going to be this gun right here, yeah.
Okay. So if you're watching, there's a badass maple Rockstock light here, and then it's going to have a Tikka. You're going to do all the mods?
It's already done. 20-inch.
So it's modded up. 20-inch ace barrel.
20-inch ace barrel.
Is it the little tiny pencil one
it's
you've
even
done?
Smaller.
Oh my goodness.
He made it because he put the flare on the end so he could make it skinnier. So the thing about this is the best news.
A
20-inch barrel, all said and done. Guess what it's going to weigh?
Fuck.
The barrel.
The barrel?
Pound 5 ounces.
I get the under.
Fucking right on the dot. Pound 5 ounces. Think about that. Like 2 pounds used to be the standard.
It was.
If it shoots straight with it, they'd want to do it because of 6.
Why is it that when I hear about a little tiny, thin, skinny pencil barrel, I think it's just going to whip and not shoot straight?
So the one that I have that's 1 pound, 10 ounces,
yeah.
They have that name for it, the Italian or the Latin name that's really fucking light, whatever that is. That thing shoots like a fucking dream.
Really?
Yeah, I shot 2 10-shot groups at 1.1.
At the end of the day, all it has to do is the same thing every time you shoot it.
Yeah.
Even if it's flapping in the wind.
Yeah. And it has a can on it, so it's going to be a little.
Even if it shoots good with that little pencil barrel with a can on the end, it's going to look just goofy.
Not with the OG on it.
It's going to look
it's
goofy.
Look
good with the OG on it.
It's going to look like this.
Yeah, sex.
Well, I think what you said is going to look titties. Titties. So that can.
We'll see.
Well, and I say this, I don't want to.
You said it. You need an OG with like a 1/2-inch hole in it.
You need a tapered. You need a tapered fucking OG to match the taper of the barrel.
The problem is it has a fucking dog nut on the end, so it's gonna be 5/8,
Yeah.
and then it's gonna be like
Well, it could
it's
be
like
half 28.
500.
That dog nut's got to be huge.
Be here tomorrow. We'll look at
Oh
them.
my
No,
God.
I don't think we can do half 28 that far.
Well, I will also be using probably a proto OG. I hate
Mhm.
saying it to people, but probably.
Because we got to test them.
Yeah, shit's got to move forward.
Well, I'm taking
Well,
the 6.5 one.
Shit
I'm
is
taking
moving
you taking the
forward.
6 one?
I imagine that.
Hey, whoa,
they're gonna
whoa, whoa!
print a
These
few
are both
more.
claimed
These are both.
How does that happen?
They're not even
because
they're-
I made
they're
them.
still
You
hot.
claim every one that comes off the printer.
What have I claimed?
Dude, I guarantee we go look in your room right now. You probably have 25 suppressors like, yep, this one's staying with me.
You can have all of them.
Not that one.
No, you can't have these two.
Well, print some more.
I
can make more.
You know,
Okay.
a movie reference is like the Grinch. This is all mine.
Yeah.
Mine.
You know he does. Every time
No,
something cool comes out, he's like, yeah, that was already mine. That was mine.
No,
That was mine.
I
That was
have.
mine.
I have claimed, and when I say claimed, I'm like,
You said both of those are claimed?
no, I'm going to pick one after I shoot them both.
What?
Between him and Jake, between him and Form, it's lucky we even have Cam.
Dude,
Oh,
you-
no, Form is the
You
real
don't even
problem.
have a 6.5.
What are you talking about?
He has a 6.5 PRC.
We just said you didn't say you're taking your 6.5 PRC hunting. It was a 6XC and it was a 300 PRC.
You're losing. I'm going through a tunnel.
You said you just told us which rifles you're hunting with.
Yeah.
300 PRC and 6XC.
Well, yeah, but we
And
got
that's a 6.5 and a 6.
Well,
Well, what?
you know,
Okay,
I can make more.
I was just gonna say, can't you print a few more before hunting
Yeah.
season?
Yeah.
And next time you print something you know you're already going to claim, you better just print extras.
I'm just kidding. I'm not claiming them. I'll just make my own. If these are gone, I'll just make more.
The 6.5's gone.
Okay.
There we go.
It's
And then Ryan just said he's shooting with a proto.
Yeah, of some sort.
We need to print some. We need to print some more. Is what he's saying.
We talked about earlier, so what I want to try, see what it sounds like.
Oh,
What's that?
the
Oh.
deuce, the double deuce.
It's not worth it.
We don't know.
Well, the weight savings to the
Well, we were giving up too much goods, but there's a lot.
Well,
of cool
that
shit
doesn't.
going.
But what you're talking about doesn't add any length to the rifle.
Well, at the weight of that one, it doesn't. Really
that's true. It doesn't take away any length from
Yeah,
the
I'll
rifle.
take that over the other one.
Yeah.
But an ounce is an ounce.
Anyways, hey, Reaper's coming out today. This should come out. Hopefully, this comes out first thing in the morning. We'll have to get the boys editing right away.
Yes.
They have so much work to do still.
There will be no letdown with the old Reaper. It'll
No.
be everything you fucking want it to be. It's
Yeah.
a great little can.
And it's really sexy and green.
Oh yeah, that's the colors. Five Cerakote colors.
Yeah, so if you guys go on
Yeah, I
the
should've
product page, and
brought
there's
my
a
rifle
model
with
there where you can move the
Just make-
suppressor all around and pick your color, but the green is fucking.
They can grab my rifle. It's in
Birdie.
my office.
Yeah,
Can we go grab it?
you probably should show it.
There's
You probably
also a
should show it.
trick color that Owen showed us yesterday. That's on that page.
Oh, if you hover in
if
between
you hover in between, there's a hidden Cerakote color.
there you go. If you happen to find it,
Yeah, let us know.
you might request it.
It's badass looking.
I hope it's not white.
That's what I like.
Hey, in this situation, white is not right.
White is right.
No. Oh, there you go. Oh, and it's got the brake on it.
Yeah, I'm testing it.
If you guys aren't looking at that on the YouTube, that's the OD green with SRS's side port muzzle
Right.
brake
Can they
screw
see
to the
it?
end.
How
I
do you
have
know
to
if
hold
they
it
can
up
see
just
it?
a
Well,
little
they're
bit.
seeing it here.
Yeah.
There
I
you go.
shot that a bunch without the brake, and then I put the brake on it this morning and timed it so that I can see kind of the recoil difference.
Yeah.
Having shot that a bunch.
And?
I haven't shot it yet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I just screwed it on this morning and timed it.
And just so you guys know, if you end up getting that muzzle brake from SRS, it will come with a small pack of shims.
Yep.
Because you have to
Time it.
time it for the side port brake.
Mhm.
And the 5 colors.
You would need
is the brake colored too?
No, I did get that question from somebody about the caps matching the color of the suppressor. They will always be black because we're DLCing
Yep.
the titanium hub inlet and then anodizing everything that's on the cap side.
So, like, if people are going to do a build or something, we can obviously change.
That would be the
color of
only
it,
time,
but
yeah.
The threads are still going to be DLC coded because it's just a protection from things galling together,
Yeah.
basically on the thread adapters.
For a custom rifle build, we can color everything to match or custom color the suppressor, but other than that, it will come this way.
Yep,
Right.
Is there any possible way to get a 1/2-inch 28 hub?
We have it.
we have it.
We have half and
There-
5/8.
I didn't know you had.
Yeah.
this.
Half. We haven't made any 3/4 yet. We're gonna, if we have a whole bunch of people asking for a 3/4, we'll make 3/4. But right now we just have 5/8 and half.
That would probably be the most requested one other, but 3/4
Other
usually
than
competition guys.
9/16, it's the same. I mean, one of these, if people need 9/16, we'll make 9/16.
Yeah.
I asked Ken, and he said he has some threads like that. So he said fuck off, but he has some threads like that. So
Yeah.
if there was enough requests, he'd make one.
It really all depends on request.
Yeah, I mean, it's like the 9/16 OG adapter. It sucks because 5/8 and 9/16 are so close together that you can't do it on top of each other.
Yep.
So it's going to make it the thread length longer. Like,
Yep. And there are adapters available from other people, and all of those would work on the Reaper.
Risky getting. Oh, for the Reaper?
Yeah, because you're muzzle forward.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sure you can. Any other hub adapter will thread right into that.
Yes.
So if you have a rifle that already has hub on it, you just don't use our adapter.
That topo looks awesome in the light.
You know, we didn't talk about when we did the trying to blow them up with the 6.5 PRC, the 300 PRC, and the 300 rum.
Yeah.
That when we shot those 40 rounds, it got so fucking hot. It
Show the
changed the
end cap.
color. It changed the color of the end cap from black to bronze, and it melted Jake's carbon barrel on the end of his 300 rum.
It did.
Well, when I walked up to the cap after we were done shooting, I could see it glowing red.
Those 40 rounds that we're talking about, too, were literally in succession as fast as humanly possible.
It was recorded. I don't remember who recorded it, but somebody recorded it.
But what I'm saying, like you talked about shooting 40 rounds, later as you're doing low development and whatnot, or zero, and those, I imagine you're going to shoot a few and let it cool, shoot a few and let it cool. I don't know that you'll ever get to that heat.
No, you shouldn't. I shot with that rifle. I shot because I didn't want to be there all day. Pretty fast. I was just kind of fireforming. And the can was really, really hot.
Well, in reality, if you're just fireforming, you don't need a suppressor on there.
No, I wanted to get rounds through it, and I don't want to have a loud.
How did the blast baffle look
on the
one we tested?
Oh, it's in perfect condition. And the can is in perfect condition. Actually, it was interesting. We shot we started with 6.5 PRC because we weren't kind of sure. So we started with 6.5 PRC and just blasted with 6.5 PRC and when we pulled the can off, it looked like the blast baffle had taken some damage, but really what it was is carbon had built up on it. And then we shot the 300 PRC through it, and it blew all the carbon off of it that the 6.5 PRC put on it, and it looked perfect again.
Yeah, again, it was 20 shots as fast as we could at the 6.5 PRC, 20 shots as fast as we could at 300 PRC, and 40 hot rounds, 300 rum, 20-inch barrel as fast as we could.
It was 40 guys because it wasn't their rifle.
With the same...
They basically said, fuck Jake, that's his barrel. We're going to burn that goddamn thing down.
So, actually, that was all done with the same can.
Yeah.
And that can, I've shot a whole bunch since just using it.
Yeah, you see it glazed over your barrel.
Yeah. That's all right. It was a donation.
It was.
Hey, I told you we were going to shoot 20 rounds through it.
Yeah. And then you shot 40.
Well,
Cliff can attest. I said, no, we need to stop at 20. And Cliff's like,
he
fuck
did.
that. Go to 40.
It's all right.
Ryan's always a voice of reason.
Yeah.
Yes.
Fucking never.
Yeah. I will just say though, I believe that I've donated more rifle parts to the cause than the sum of the rest of us combined here.
We've bought a bunch of barrels and stuff.
Hey,
No, I said donate.
Oh,
let's.
I've donated.
Well, I don't know. That was the fastest way for us to have a 300 rum. And actually, I said, we don't have a 300 rum. And you said, I have a 300 rum.
Well, I'm not saying I did not volunteer it. I'm saying I donated it.
I'll also add, there's only one of us as a rifle company.
That's true.
Podcast.
That's true. Yeah, it is what it is.
But we appreciate
Luckily,
it.
I'm very giving.
You're giving. It was a good cause.
It was. I think so.
So you can rest assured there may be another suppressor on the market that couldn't do that. This one will do that.
Yep. So Friday too, guys, you can actually jump on. You guys can schedule an appointment with Unknown Munitions to come in and get your suppressor purchased. That way, you make sure you have it takes about 30 minutes once you come in, but we can do everything in the store for local guys. And you can even hear one shoot. To be honest with you, if you guys want to come in and hear one, you can do that too.
Usually not an issue just to walk in and buy it, but
it's not.
Sometimes like Mondays, I wouldn't do it on a Monday.
It seems like everybody comes in to buy one on fucking Monday.
Mondays are rough because our guy that does all the suppressor stuff in the store, and he does not work Mondays.
Yeah.
Um,
Not for
But
much longer.
if you
Resident agent.
do get it scheduled, then he will be ready and waiting.
Well, I'm just letting everybody know we have the Silencer Shop kiosk in the store, and everything can be done here at the shop.
Yeah.
Unless you don't live in Idaho.
Unless you, yeah, of course. If you don't live in Idaho, we did just sign up Spokane Indoor Range. You'll be able to now go actually purchase it directly from him and do your paperwork there. I'd give it a little bit. He has a Suppressor Fest going on. I'm going to fill an order for him. And that's our first dealer that you can walk into and purchase a suppressor from. And they're not far from us. They're only 30 minutes, but they're across the Washington state line.
Seekins, if you're down in Lewiston, they also have the OG and the Reaper.
Oh,
You
yes.
can go and see them.
There you go. Awesome.
Did we miss anything?
I don't think so.
Any words of
Probably.
wisdom there, Cliff?
We're learning. we're learning about suppressors.
We're learning at a very rapid rate.
Yeah.
Anybody that's not learning is probably not innovating and probably not the one you want anyway. So, I mean, learning is always a good thing.
Thanks for listening.